Soon, Thomas and Percy were coupled up to their first trucks. Thomas was also told to pick up John the crane from the yard and take him back to the docks to rescue Donald and Douglas. Percy was worried. He thought his trucks will be troublesome. "Don't worry," said Thomas. "I'll be back soon. If you can't manage the trucks, wait for me and I'll help you." And Thomas steamed swiftly away with his train. Percy was soon on his way too, but soon the trucks began to tease him. "Clickety-clack, don't look back, silly old Percy, it's on our track." "Be quiet," Percy snapped. As he puffed further along the line, Percy still feels left out about the railway show. "I wish I was doing something more exciting," he grumbled. "Not a rescue train and boring coal trucks." Then he saw a red and white Mitsubishi driving towards the tracks. "I wonder what that car's up to," Percy puffed. Then the car started to shoot him with a gun. "He's shooting at me! Why is he shooting at me?" screamed Percy worriedly. "I don't know, but if he wants a game, he can have one. Faster, Percy," said his driver. And Percy hurried along as fast as he could, with the Mitsubishi chasing him right behind. He even shot one of his couplings. Then Percy saw another two cars. One had guns on both sides and one had a camera called a death ray. "Oh no, I'm in for it now," groaned Percy. "Are you ready, Ace?" said the orange car. Then suddenly a flying car hit a Mitsubishi off the road and she ran into the two cars which were about to blast Percy. The cars were surprised, and Percy as well. "That was close, but I'm not slowing down until I get away from them," Percy puffed, and he carried on as fast as he could. Further down the line, he raced past Toby. "Percy, slow down!" Toby cried. "Jack and the pack are working on the wall on the line ahead. You can't go past until the track's cleared." But Percy didn't hear. He was too busy racing along the tracks. Then there was trouble. As he raced along the track, the coupling that one of the cars had shot had snapped. Percy raced along, alone, and without his train. And it came to a stop. It had accidentally hit a coupling where Percy was pulling the trucks, but there was worse to come. Thomas was coming along with John the crane, but he didn't see the trucks until it was too late. Further down the line, Toby was right about the pack. They were getting ready to knock down an old stone wall, and Kelly was getting ready with his wrecking ball. But they didn't hear or see Percy coming, and Percy didn't see the wall or the pack either. He was too busy looking at a flying car up in the sky that saved him. "That car looks really cool," Percy puffed. "I'm glad it saved my life. I wonder where it came from. It looks really clever," he puffed as he watched the car flying into the sky. But then Percy was rudely interrupted. Percy was so surprised that he nearly jumped off the rails. The machines were surprised to see Percy, but the foreman was cross. "Percy, what were you doing there? You weren't supposed to pass here until the track was clear. You could have been hurt," he said crossly. "Sorry, sir. I was looking at the..." Percy looked up, but he couldn't see the flying car anywhere. "Oh, it's gone," he groaned. "What's gone, Percy?" asked Alfie. "There was a flying car in the sky," explained Percy. "A flying car? Are you sure?" asked Jack. He was very puzzled. "It almost looked like you're just daydreaming," teased Max, and he and Monty laughed rudely. Percy huffed. "No," Percy protested. "There was a flying car. It was purple and it's a sporty one." "Okay, come on everyone," said Kelly. "We better get on with our job. And you better get going too, Percy." "Yes," agreed his driver, because it turned out we've left our train behind. We better go back and get it. Why won't anyone believe me? Moaned Percy. I wonder if the other entrants will believe me if I tell them all about it. He puffed, as he puffed away to collect his train. Meanwhile, Thomas had just been lifted back onto the tracks, and John was still cleaning up the mess. He was thinking about Percy. He had figured out that it was his train. Spencer pulled up. Dear oh dear, little Thomas. You should leave a bigger entrance to all the work. It looks like your chances to leave the train parade are now gone. Spencer rushed on. Thomas seethed with fury. He knew that Spencer was right. His chances had now gone. Just then, Percy puffed up. Thomas, you'll never guess what happened, he puffed. Percy, why did you leave your trucks on my line? Thomas asked. Let me explain, Percy puffed. I was puffing along the line when some cars with guns tried to attack me, and the one that can fly saved me. Cars with guns? One that can fly? What are you talking about, Percy? I'm confused. Where were you? Well, I got away from them, Percy puffed, but then my coupling kind of broke. What? Thomas gasped. Wait a minute, my train didn't cause trouble here, did it? Yes, it did, and I've lost my chance to leave a train parade because of you. Well, I'm sorry, Thomas, I didn't mean it, protested Percy. All this because of your imaginary flying car and cars with guns? This is exactly why we never believe your stories. Or maybe if I told a fat controller about it, I can help you get your chance back. I don't need your help, Percy, and I don't want it either. Just go away and leave me alone. Percy felt hurt, so he puffed sadly away and no one noticed at all. Percy and his crew were at the station yard. Percy felt miserable. It's not my fault I caused this silly accident, Percy puffed sadly. It's almost as if no one respects me anymore on this railway. I'm sure they do, Percy, and it wasn't your fault. That car shot a coupling by mistake. I think we need some time away from the railway for a little while. We'll go to the mainland and we'll have some time to ourselves. It's a good job it's our last job before the show anyway. I'll write a letter to the fat control and let him know. Percy was relieved by this. He doesn't want to stay where he wasn't liked, and soon they were off to the mainland. But soon, he had been diverted onto a disused track he had never been on before. My goodness, I wonder who would want to use this line, Percy asked. Hello, Percy. Oh, it's you two. What are you two doing here? Percy asked. Why, this is our secret workshop, Percy. We're working on a special project. We're making an unusual train. We're entering an unusual train competition for a railway show. Oh great, that's another thing I've got wrong. I can't do anything right. What do you mean? Asked Lightning. Percy sadly told them what had happened. If I hadn't come across those cars, I wouldn't win Thomas's chance to leave a train parade. I'm just a useless little engine, he puffed sadly. No, you're not, Percy, said Lightning. He felt sorry for Percy. You can help us if you want, he said. Really? Can I? He asked. Yes, said Mater. We just got our train wheels on. We just need to find some coaches to go with our train. You can help with that. Of course I can, Percy puffed. I know where to find some coaches. I'll go and find some and I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning with them, he asked. That'll be great, Percy. And it's a good thing that you're planning to stay back on Sodor tonight. It's a long way from here back to Sodor and back again in all in one day. Don't worry, and when I come back in the morning, I'll be back before you know it. And Percy puffed cheerfully away. Later that day, Thomas went to do his next job. He had to pick up some building materials. Stepney was there too. Hello, Thomas. How are things going, pal? He asked. Hello, Stepney. No time no see. Are you here for the show too? Yes, I am, said Stepney. You look a bit shaken up. What's the matter? He asked. Thomas told Stepney all about what happened to him and Percy. I'm sure Percy didn't mean it, Thomas. It was probably an accident or something. Then they heard a diesel engine noise from behind. What's that? What's what? I thought I heard a noise. Must be me imagining things, puffed Thomas. But the engines didn't know that Professor C and Harry and Bert were behind them. They were getting ready. So when that blue tank engine goes, said Professor C, you sneak up beside that bluebell engine and take him back to the smelter's yard. Okay, said Harry and Bert. You're probably right, Stepney. It probably was an accident. When I finish this job, I'll go and apologise to Percy. I'll see you later. Okay, Thomas, bye. And Thomas puffed away, leaving Stepney alone. Then there was trouble. Noticing that Thomas left, then Harry and Bert approached. Oh no, not you two, grunted Stepney. Got you again, Stepney, said Harry. Like I said before, you'll make very fine scrap indeed, buffering Bert. And they took Stepney away to the smelter's yard to join Bill and Ben.